Hey everybody, WTR here with a look at Captain Cold from Classics Wave 7. Honestly, Captain Cold wasn't exactly a figure I was rushing out to get, partly because the collect and connect for this Wave's Atom Smasher I don't really care about. Sadly, that does influence a lot of the buying decisions, but ended up picking him up kind of cheap back with Hawkman. You know, he's a pretty cool character, and he's an essential Legion of Doom filler, in addition to a lot of other rosters. But character-wise, he's never really struck me as being all that interesting, especially where ice villains are concerned. A little bit of a read-up here if you care to pause the video. Otherwise, he's just a guy in a parka with a ice ray gun. So yeah, hold on a second, I'll get him out pack. Also, in case you were wondering about the damage to the box, it arrived that way. It was just a really poor shipping job. It's basically sat on my shelf ever since. He comes with the head and the groin area of Atom Smasher. I'll probably end up assembling him at some point because the Wave does have a few characters I want. As for Captain Cold himself, he has one accessory, his little ray gun here, which I believe is a recycled mold, but I can't be 100% sure. I vaguely recall seeing a gun like this, possibly in gold though. Could be mistaken. Otherwise, it's pretty impressive just because almost all of this looks like it may be a new sculpt, because I can't really think of many figures offhand where we have a lot of creasing in the fabric. The parts with the boots look all new. Gloves as well. And not just to the extent where we just have like some new pieces tacked on here, the physical glove areas right down to the end actually do look unique. We also have a holster here for his ray gun. His freeze ray! Not to be confused with the shrink ray. I don't know, he's just a really decent looking figure of a character I really don't care about. Which is cool anyway, just because I like having a lot of villains sitting around just to balance out the sheer number of heroes they release. It seems to only get like maybe 1 or 2 villains a wave as opposed to the 6 or whatever heroes. And of course, he's a very notable villain at that, being, I guess, essentially Flash's arch nemesis, although Gorilla Grodd is probably the best known from the Rogues Gallery. So yeah, very cool looking figure. Quick run through of articulation. We have a point of rotation here at the wrist. It's a little bit deceiving because you'd think that it'd be up here at the forearm, but they went with the more standard part here. Single joint elbow, rotating bicep. Shoulder joint has a full range of motion. This is a somewhat thick plastic here for the mantle. It's like the same material they use in some of the capes. You will notice that there's a lot of detailing and stuff here. Very nice. Head only rotates, although it feels like it's a little bit loose, so maybe it is on a physical ball. I don't know. Ab/diaphragm crunch. I assume some probably work better than mine. Waist rotates, doesn't really impede with the holster here. Legs kick out. Single joint knee, rotation thigh. Then we have a single joint here at the ankle. So all in all, you know, he actually is a pretty solid figure, despite again being of a character I don't necessarily care a huge deal about. I mean, as far as ice villains go, I mean, Mr. Freeze definitely is my big favorite. Killer Frost, also very cool, excuse the pun. Even Icicle has a really cool look to him, but I mean, Miss Captain Cold here, he's just a dude in a parka with a ray gun. So, but hey, still decent besides that. Now, on the whole, you know, this wave is a bit more interesting than I do give it credit for. I mean, I probably will go back and pick up the Booster Gold and the Blue Beetle at some point. Kid Flash I'm really tempted to buy as well. Already have Barda and the Flash, so the only one I'm really missing right now, besides those other ones, kind of on the ropes with, is Aquaman. But I mean, I figure if I do end up picking up these two, I'll probably just buy the rest of the wave and So yeah, until next time, folks. Stay warm in winter.